Welcome to Education Abroad. And today we have delegates from European University, Georgia, to give you a brief information about their university. Welcome to India. And just give a little bit information about your university. Then we will ask you many questions that mostly our students have for you.
Thank you for your kind invitation. We are happy to be here and we are happy to talk about our university, which is the one of the advanced university and popular university in Georgia. So we present here the European University, which has the main building in Tbilisi, and we have the Faculty of Medicine, and we provide the English language MBBS, like MD program, and also the dentistry program, which is provided also in English language. The program is for 6 years. Our program is prepared according to the modern standards and guidelines, which is according to the WFME standard, which you probably knew. We prepared our program according to the standards, and we invited many experts from abroad, from USA, from European countries, and we were working very hard. And very good is that our program will be accredited by WFME, and it means that the student can pass and apply for the exams in USA and in other European countries. And I'm sure that the knowledge which they and skills, which is very important, they can got from after finishing and graduate from a university, they will easily pass the MCA, and we provide all the facilities and opportunities to the students to work hard and to reach the goals, and hope they will.
Okay, the university is located in the capital of Georgia, that is Tbilisi. The program is completely in English and for 6 years.
Yes.
So the students, do they have to learn any other language also, like Georgian?
Students should learn the Georgian language. It's very important because we have the agreement with more than 40 hospitals in Georgia, located very near to the university, and we have chosen our location according to that one to make it easy access for our students to the hospitals. And as the patients are Georgian, they should know at least the basic English, the Georgian language to communicate with the patients. Of course, we have the very qualified and experienced doctors and the hospitals. We have the very strict selection process for the academic staff also, and of course they can translate. But it's different to have the way to contact and communicate with the Georgian patients themselves. So that is why Georgian is provided. Another one is that we saw the demand of students, and they had the request of the German language because they want to continue their education or work in Germany. They like the country, so that is why, according to the request, when we were working on the new program, we put it the German language as an elective course, so they can get credits and learn this language. And this is the 2 semester the subject. So this is another option. So we have Georgian and German.
Okay, so we also have learned many things about European University, and this university is very much student orientated. For example, she has just mentioned that some students were very keen to pursue their higher studies in Germany. So they have integrated a language program for German language there. So whenever any demand of such thing comes from students, they try to incorporate within their academic curriculum.
Yes.
And right now you're in India. So how many Indian students are studying at your university?
For this moment, it's about 900 students where we have on in the Faculty of Medicine. Most of them are either from India. But we have our program begin in 2015, so every year we have the new admissions, so we have the seats approximately 2000, so every year the number of the Indian students
Is increasing.
increases.
And what is the eligibility criteria for admission in your university? Because in some universities, there is an entrance exam or Skype interview also.
Yes.
So, what would be the process?
So, as I said, our program and staff and university administration, all of us are student oriented. So, we want to help the students to reach the goals. And what we do for that is that we have the very qualified academic and administration staff. We have very good facilities, and the hospitals and all the biggest hospitals have the memorandum with our university, and we had a very good program. But to finish this program, important is the student itself, right? So that is why if the student is not such good and skillful to achieve that one, it's not possible, right? Does not matter how much we try and how much we support them. So that is why we want a good students who are motivated, who have the goals for themselves to reach that one. And that's why we check the students, right? So we see the results according to the NEET examination, how successful students they are. And our program is the English language program. So according to the guidelines, students should have the English proficiency at the B2 level. So we asked B2 level from them. It can be written and Skype interview also.
Okay.
So we need this English language test.
So, as per our country's guidelines, NEET exam is mandatory, and their university also check their NEET examination score.
Scores, yes, they
And
should
plus,
have high scores.
you must have basic English proficiency, and your curriculum is for 6 years.
Our curriculum is the 6 years. As I said, curriculum was absolutely changed according to the modern standards of the WFME. And every time there is the big meeting or congress, we attend to know worldwide which way the medical education moves, to move together with that one and to implement all these changes, the modern teaching and assessment methods in our curriculum. So that is why we changed our curriculum, and it is a 6 year according to the worldwide guidelines for medical education. And this is the integrated curriculum. So this is the new way of the medical curriculum, which makes the study process interesting, and they can reach the results and the goals and outcomes of the program easily and more interesting ways. So we have integrated modern curriculum.
Can you give a brief introduction about this WFME accreditation also?
Yes, we had a very good news because the last year the Accreditation Center of Georgia, who has right to do the accreditation of the higher education institutes in Georgia, itself was recognized by the WFME. So it means that when Georgian institution applies for the accreditation to the Georgian agency, we got the accreditation not only for the Georgia, because we will be accredited according to the WFME standards. So our diploma will be recognized everywhere where the WFME standards work. So
Okay, so that is a great accreditation, and obviously the university is recognized by our Medical Council of India also.
yes, yes, of
So their
course.
degree would be eligible in
Yes,
India.
yes.
So within this 6 years program, what is the part for clinical rotations or internship?
If I say like the shortly, this is the 6 year program. First 3 year are the basic subjects, and next 3 year are the clinical subjects. All the clinical subjects they learn in the hospitals. So it depends which subject is that. So they are sent in that particular department, and they have the rotations there. But as we were advised, and as the guidelines says, that the students should meet and see the situation in the hospitals as early as possible. So that is why we increased the number of the clinical teaching and clinical skills teaching in the curriculum. It's the 11th semester for now, so they begin with the very simple hand washing on the 11th level, when the high standards which students should prove that she or he has this kind of clinical skills. So we begin these clinical skills from the first semester, and we invite the doctors from the hospitals beginning from the first year. So it's a kind of the vertical integration when the student begins with the basic subjects, but with a very good understanding how or why this basic subject will be needed for him as a doctor, right? So, for example, learning the heart anatomy, he should know what the cardiologists think about it. So it's a very good idea, and we like that, so we did it, right? So cardiologists will give the lecture, and they will have it.
Yes,
Learn it,
definitely.
and
It is a
interesting.
very good idea. And plus, we see in your brochures that you send your students for exchange program also, or for
Yes.
conferences in different countries?
Yes, yes, we support our student. This is the very good way to share experience, to gain some skills. For example, presentation skills, for the networking, for the to increase the interest of the science, and for the professional orientation. So that is why we participate in exchange programs. Our medical students are the members of the IFMSA, which is the International Organization of the Medical Students, and they have different projects, and we participate in the projects, and we are the university who supports financially also the students and funding this. We are funding the students to participate. For example, now our two students are in Hungary having the 1 month clinical practice in the Hungarian medical universities. Last year we sent the students in Turkish because we have the kind of the very good relationships with the biggest Turkish universities also. So we fund the students to participate in the scientific conferences. So
And Indian students also have active participation in all these conferences.
most of the students, but we have the year Indian, so we have the university conferences 2 times in a year, one in the autumn, the semester, another one in the spring semester, and they present very good work. They work very actively in the hospitals or in the different scientific institutes together with the teachers, and they prepare the presentations. They do it, and then we select the best one, and we have the gifts, so they are interested to participate, and we publish all these very good presentations, and we established just now the medical journal for the medical students, where they can print and try and do their fast tabs in the scientific publishing. It's very important. They should know not only the skills which is important for the doctor, but the skills which is important for the scientists also, because it's important. Maybe they know want to do.
And you also have scholarship for bright students also, right?
We have the scholarships. If the student has the good marks and good scores in all the subjects, they have the, according to the Georgian standards, the high scholarship that we have, so they can have it every
Okay,
month.
so if the academic is strong, they will get a good exposure also,
Yes,
and they
yes,
can get academic financially benefit also for their academics.
yes, yes.
Okay. And one more concern for Indian students mostly is the food and accommodation. So what kind of accommodation facilities are provided by the university?
For the accommodation, we bought the new building, which will be absolutely for our students. It will be, it is already almost finished. We finished the renovation, so this is the very good equipped the building. Number of the students, the seats there are 250, so student can stay there. Each room is equipped with the private bathroom, and one room is for two
It's
students,
two
so they
students.
can stay there separately. And the important thing is that that building is very close to our university.
University.
It's only 15 minutes from the main building. We have the very nice medical building, so it's very quiet place and safe place. This is important, and
Yes,
it's not very
Georgia is even
expensive.
now the considered as the
Yes,
most
yes.
safest country in
Yes,
the world.
yes. It's the very safe country, and not expensive, and weather is very good, so I students like it. And the food also, we have diversity of the food. I know that the many Indians are vegetarian, so it's not difficult to
Mostly.
find the vegetarian food. It's not the problem for them. And there are many restaurants around, as we have the many Indian students, so the Indian people, I
Yes,
know
there are
that
many
they are
Indian
interested. There
Indian
are,
students and
yes,
Indian
yes.
people who live in Tbilisi or
Yes,
nearby.
yes, they have their business. For example, I know that there are different companies which can provide the food. The students, they can bring it at home like 2, 3 times. It depends. So, students, they get at home everything what they choose order. So, yes, it's
So
possible.
in India, generally the NEET exam is conducted in May, and they
Yes.
get their results in a month. So what are the intakes at your university? At what time should they apply?
Um, we begin the semester in the autumn. This year, for example, in October. Last
Okay.
year it was the September. So when we make the schedule, it's several months before, right? So we already know when we begin the semester, and they should apply. We come here, we do advertisement, and
So
it
okay,
takes some
now they can
time.
apply.
So yes, yes, they can apply now.
Okay. And by what time they are supposed to reach the university if they are taking admission in October intake?
So procedures what we have included examination for English language or procedures for the visa and everything, it takes around 1 month or 1 month and a half. So that is why when we know the schedule and terms of the semester, we begin the advertisement, so students should take this time. For example, if they apply now, it's possible to begin the semester in December, and we plan to begin the semester in December also for this year. Generally, we have the two admissions, one in the autumn, another one in the spring.
Okay, you have two intakes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, they can
Generally,
apply.
yes, but sometimes we do exceptions. For example, this year, because there is the request, so if we see that the number of the students are enough, we will, because we have the permission to do it, so we will add one more admission for this year in December.
Okay. So that would be great. The students who are still waiting to get their mop-up rounds done, they have a chance to apply. If they want any more information, they can contact us because I think you are going to be in India for some time.
Yes, we are going to stay here.
So we will
1
try
week.
to get your questions answered by them. We will try to bother you again and again so that we can guide our students and they can apply accordingly and start their medical journey. So there are many other universities also with similar name, but their university has better reputation, better students facilities and better accreditation also. So they are just concerned that their name shouldn't get confused with other universities name. We will also mention their university's website under this video so that you can have a look at their university more information and get your questions to us accordingly. For any questions, you can either post under this video or you can contact us on our toll free number. Thank you.
Thank you.